It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Hello, model citizens. Welcome to Humanity Junction. Tonight on Trains and Tech, I've got something old that I'm bringing back, and I got something new that just came in the mail the other day. So I'm not exactly sure how things are going to go. I don't quite have my head straight right now. I've got something in the way that's causing me to have to stand weird, so I'm kind of shuffling around a little bit, but I went to a swap meet recently. Actually, last week you saw me pull down some stuff. Went to the swap meet, had a good time, got rid of some stuff, but I got kind of bored just sitting around and not really doing a whole lot. And I was kind of like, I've got this layout that I've been like kicking around in storage. It was in storage downstairs, then it was in storage upstairs, and I think, like, if you've been around for a while, you might recognize it. Yes, Andy was there to talk to, but, we could talk and run trains at the same time. It doesn't have to be either or, but I did pull. Hopefully this is going to come up. Oh, and it's, of course, not coming up because I actually have to push the button. And now there we go. And now it comes up, of course. There it is. This is for those of you that are newer-ish to the channel. This is a Timesaver puzzle that I made. This was basically way back in the day. I wasn't sure if I would be into operations or not. And I kind of decided that, a way to kind of try it out would be to make a Timesaver puzzle. And this was actually something that I built to be remotely operated. So it is wired and set up significantly more complicated than it needs to be, but I pulled it out and I thought I would kind of go through what I'm doing to get it up to snuff, up to speed, so that I can start bringing it along to various shows and various events. So I'm going to hopefully talk about that a little bit. I do have, of course, the stuff in the corner that I've been working on. We can talk a little bit more about that. It's still kind of a mess down there because, of course, I don't have a lot of like horizontal space, so things are a little like I don't know. Like you can see, here's the Timesaver, just sort of like sitting here weird, and you'll notice there's a box here as well. This box is something new. It just arrived from Canada the other day. I do want to open it up. I'm kind of excited for what's in here. I'm guessing that some other people have gotten theirs as well. So if you got one, you probably know what it is. If you haven't gotten one, then maybe you know. I didn't get anything blue. I know, John, that I've been trying to convince you to get a blue Comet for your Garden Railroad for years now and have been completely unsuccessful in that, but maybe one day it'll happen. You know, I would love to do Fremo N at some point. This is not it. This is kind of standalone the way I made it. It's not going to connect up to anything anymore. I mean, I guess I could, you know, keep modifying it and get to it. But Don Head says he's got a Timesaver kind of like that. Yeah, so I guess why don't we, you know, I didn't even bring this up, but let's take a quick look at what the Timesaver should be. And I guess Timesaver switching puzzle. So if you don't know what the Timesaver is, it was a layout design built by John Allen. He actually set it up where you could connect two of them back to back and kind of compete against other people. This is a fantastic website. He's got a bunch of different puzzles on here, including the Timesaver. I'm going to try and post this up in the chat. But yeah, but you can see like people would bring these to shows and they would operate on them. Unfortunately, it doesn't save time. Although for some reason, for whatever reason, one of my Timesaver videos is my most watched video. And I do kind of wonder if people maybe were searching for Timesaver and not for Timesaver. And that's why it's got so many views. But here's the basic track plan that he had. And this little spur coming off the top would have been what went to the other layout, but essentially you kind of have this mainline track along the top. You've got a little runaround in the center, and you've got two spurs off to one side and one spur off to the other side. This little diagram here was how many cars. I'm trying to open image. There we go. Did that work? It's still small. This was how many cars would be on each spot. So let's see, it's 3 and 3 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And you know what? I couldn't have planned it better, but I got 15 cars over there. If you guys remember when I ran this last time, I ran it with the what do you call it? Great Northern Circus cars, so that you could switch them based on colors. And we'll talk about how we're going to do it this time around, which is a little different than than the way I'm going to do it this time. So here's the layout. I remember the last time we saw this, two wonderful people were running on it. Cameron, I don't know. I think you might be remembering things incorrectly. And yeah, I mean, the goal is this is 4 feet long by 10 inches wide. It's basically a Rubbermaid shelf. The goal is to build it up in a way that I can take it to various events and stuff like that. But one thing I do want to point out, just to kind of show the differences, I guess, and might as well make this. Is this the one? There's like a couple different versions, I guess you can say. So this I guess is kind of this is the one that I basically based it on. And so here you can kind of see it, like we'll switch back and forth a little bit, but a big difference that I made is, so here's your main line, here's your runaround, here's the 2 spurs and the 1 spur. And what I did, for some unknown reason, because I have to make everything more complicated, I added this spur right here. And to make things even more complicated, this spur is actually, or was actually, set up to be the programming track. So this is double gapped. It's got its own set of feeders, and it's completely isolated from the rest of the layout. So we're gonna keep it as a programming track, but I kind of added it. It allows you to get more cars onto the layout, but the problem is, with this switchback so short, you can only bring 1 car around at a time, which, like, when you have a siding this long, to only be able to bring 1 car around, I guess gets a little bit frustrating. But I had to re-glue down some of the magnets. The track was nailed down. It wasn't glued down, and I don't like the looks of the nails, so I glued it down. What that means is there is now glue all over the track, so I need to scrape all the tracks and get all of the glue off before anything at all is gonna run on this. But I guess the thing about it, or I guess what I'm so excited, you wanted the dock or something there. No, there was never going to be a dock there. It was always kind of the programming track. So I do need some help. I want to scenic this. I want to make it kind of like exciting, or kind of interesting. So I want to have some sort of industry or something over here, and then I'll have, I guess, like something in here and something in here, or whatever. Like, I want to do some sort of scenery ish. I don't want to have a backdrop though, because I want people to be able to view it from both sides, even though this side is gonna be the quote front of the layout. But yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of coming along. Yeah, Andy, honestly, I'll just send it to you and let you do it, because I don't know that I want to deal with it. I did put the magnets on, and the reason I put the magnets on is because if you go to John Allen's original design, let's open this up, open image in new tab. Let's make this bigger for everyone can see it. So this is the layout version from John Allen's version. And one thing you might be able to notice, and I seem to have completely lost my cursor, what you might notice is here it says uncoupling magnet/device. So the intention of the layout was always to have these uncoupling magnets. So I like to joke about, magnets only work 50% of the time when you want them to, and they work 50% of the time you don't want them to. So we'll see how long they actually last on the layout. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping they work. I feel like if I take this to shows and stuff, trying to like teach people how to uncouple and all that kind of stuff, if they don't already know how to do it, could kind of create a little bit of a barrier to entry. So I mean, I guess using the magnets creates a barrier to entry. I don't know what I'm talking about, but because I want to run all of these Great Northern cars on the layout, I want to do something Great Northern-ish in scenery wise. And I honestly, I don't know anything about that area to even begin to kind of know what scenery to even put on it. Like what industry might make sense to have on this Timesaver? Like what industry would make sense to have here where they might have like another, like dock or something over here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but it obviously can't block stuff because it is a switching puzzle. I don't know why you're saying snow cones. Oh, you're saying the Great Northern would have snow cones. Maybe they would. I'm gonna move this though a little bit just so I can show a little bit more what I'm doing with it. I don't know if that makes more sense or if I should lower it down. So my plan is that I do want to, and you can see, I didn't have time to put the curtains back up, so you can see this is the mess or part of the mess that runs the main layout. But what I started doing here is I've got fascia along the front. I actually have another piece in the back. I don't want to put a lot of stuff on the fascia. I do have the old button switches. I don't know if you can see them in the camera, but I do have the old button switches. They're kind of just buried underneath right now. Next week, hopefully I'll be able to show my idea of how we're gonna throw switches on the layout, because I want to gamify it, a little bit. I do want to make it fun. But one, I guess, other thing that was kind of important to me is I did want it to be completely portable. Like I wanted to be able to bring it anywhere and not have to worry about power, right? So yeah, I know fascia is not the pop. I know. But what I did was I went online to Amazon, and what they make are adapters that you can get to use tool batteries, and they seem to primarily sell them with for Power Wheels cars. And they have all these like adapter sets for Ryobi batteries with a 12 volt step down transformer already like all built in. So what I decided I was gonna do, and we'll move over to this end because right now it's just sort of like thrown in there. I'm not really sure how it's going to work out in the long run, but I've got, of course it's like buried now. I've got here basically this little like green adapter, and what it'll allow me to do is plug a battery into it, and then this battery, as you can see, lit up all the lights. And if I reach under just for temporary purposes and I push the buttons, nothing's gonna happen. And I keep forgetting this. This is one of those things, and I do this all the time on my real layout as well. So I'm going to need to put some sort of indicator on it because I don't know why. I just cannot seem to remember to turn track power on to save my life. Like, it is just like, I just can't seem to remember to do it. So I'm getting out my iPhone, and what I am going to do is I'm going to connect to that layout. And once I connect to that layout, and I'll show you. I'm gonna if I'm kind of waiting for the paint to dry, you know, like I didn't plan things very well. I basically painted all the fascia like 2 seconds before the show started. So I'm kind of bantering, waiting for the paint to dry. But I did download, and I have been using this guy, which is Throttle Card. This developer has been like regularly in development and is growing and changing the app. And we'll talk a little bit more about the app later, but we're just going to go in manual connection. I'm going to type in what it is. And when I'm doing this like at a show, this will already be set up, obviously. But here we are. We're basically connected. And what I need to do to control the turnouts, because I completely keep forgetting, is you hit the power button. And when you hit the power button, then we can go back over here. And now, theoretically, if I push the buttons, they'll change and the lights will change. I know it's not prototypical to have the lights facing in this direction. It's not really I'm trying to make it like, midway between prototypical and not. I mean, I guess, I could turn these so that they are facing in a prototypical direction. But my thought is, if someone's operating it and they're standing in the front, I'm okay with it. I don't know. I will probably get in a lot of trouble from all of the die-hard prototypical modelers, but so Joey, I don't know if you just saw, but the switch machines did just work. Because there's glue all over the layout right now, there is no chance at all that a locomotive's gonna run on it. But I'm starting to get things set up. If we come in here, I don't know, maybe we should. Why don't I zoom in a little bit? Well, I keep saying this, but I'll show this more tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week when I get it a little bit more set up. But yeah, so the track power on and off. You can control turnouts from here. My problem is I don't remember what the address is of the turnouts, so I need to take some time to figure that out, and I haven't done it yet. But I'll show you when I flip it over. If you remember, this layout was built to be 100% remotely operated. So because it was meant to be 100% remotely operated, everything can be controlled from, a phone or a throttle or a tablet or even remotely. So I'm going to set it up. I'm going to set up all the control from a device. The old panel was online only. I don't know if I still have it. If I did, I could definitely log in and look at it. I believe the computer that used to run all of that stuff had a kind of big crash at one point, and I don't know if I still have the JMRI files that ran it or not. But I mean, there's only 2,056 options that it could be for the turnouts. But what's neat about this app is in the roster. Oh, why does it say no locomotives found? It should not have said that. Huh. This is very interesting. I had put I had added locomotives. I don't know why they're not still on the list. Oh, there we go. Now it's coming up. So let's see. Now if I hit it there, now if I go to roster, no, still no locomotives found. Well, isn't this fun? I'm using DCCEX. We'll see. I am connected because I can turn track power on and off. If I go to train controls, it's going to say select your engine, manually enter your address. So I don't know what happened. This happens every once in a while. I don't know why, but sometimes when you reboot, things are just like not there. And I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so DCCEX command station, we got track on. We can turn the programming track on and we can join them, which allows you to have a drive on, drive off, which is good. But yeah, I don't know why it's not, well, I'll have to figure that out for next time. But anyway, but it will at some point all be set up on this, and hopefully it'll be working. It does seem like this keeps happening to me with this same unit, so maybe there's an issue with it, but I don't know. Before we flip this over though, sorry, before we get to that, I'll show you one more thing. I am going to be using car cards and waybills. To me, car cards and waybills are very, gamified or whatever. So I got these from Klondike. He lasered my logo into them, and I'm going to use these as the car card and waybill card holders. And luckily I actually have all the car cards and waybills, or not the waybills, I have all the car cards already built, so I do just need to make up the waybills, and then theoretically we should be able to get it working. Note to self, do not go this route. No, I mean, it's, I'm going to try resetting it. And maybe if I reset it, maybe it'll, maybe when it restarts, it'll restart with the roster this time. I don't know. I'm trying to use DCCEX, and I'm still learning things, and I had issues connecting. I had to change the port number, and now I use my old phone. Yeah, it's connecting. The issue is it's not seeing the automation.h file, which it was seeing earlier without issues. It's just decided for some unknown reason to stop working. So, I'm restarting it. We're trying it again. I do have, I guess one thing that's kind of neat is, or what I did is, I got fascia on the front and the back. I have legs down here, little adjustable legs. So depending on, where I go or what we're putting it on, I can adjust it a little bit. Let me find, here we go. We're gonna try this one more time. Let's see if it'll work this time. Probably not, but I'm a sucker for punishment. Okay, it automatically joined. Yeah, no locomotives found. I mean, I could sit here, I could open this box, or I could spend a couple of minutes and re-upload things. No, I didn't change my mic or the mic settings. People have been complaining about it recently though, so I don't know. It might be time for a new lav, or I mean, there shouldn't be any issue with these things, so I don't know. I can't seem to win with the audio these days. I guess I really just need to like spend some time and like delve into it and actually solve it. Let's see. I know, like I shouldn't be doing this live right now because like me doing this live, I'm sure I'm gonna like make it worse, not make it better, but I can't just leave things well enough alone. That's not the way I work. Um, this battery connector thing is tight, and being as how close I am to the edge, it is kind of hard to get to, and I cannot see where this plugs in. It looks like it plugs in on the other side. If the paint was dry, I would just flip it over, but the paint's not dry. So I've created more problems for myself than there need to be. We're going to take this off. I've got some like weights on here because I just, this track kept pulling up. So I glued it back down. It looks like it's good. All right, so I'm lifting this up a little bit. Uh-oh. You guys couldn't just see what happened, but I had a car sitting on top of the track, and of course, when I lifted it up, what did it do? It just rolled all the way down to the end. Doing this completely blind. Why do I do this stuff like while the stream's going on? Like I mean, I did set it up before the stream, and I did have it all working, and I could just move on and open the box, but instead, like, I'm sitting here, like, trying to, it's a USB-B plug, right? So, like, you've got to get it in the correct orientation. And, of course, nothing I am doing is cooperating with me right now. And let's not drop this on the floor. Okay, I can reach now, at least. Maybe. Maybe not. I still can't see, but I can reach a little better. There we go. Okay. Plugged in. Whew. You know how I know it's plugged in? Because the lights came on. You probably can't even see the lights. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into here now. I need to find where it is. All right, so what you need to do is you run the installer, and I don't really understand why you have to run the installer every time, but basically you run the installer. It says welcome to the EX installer, blah 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 blah. Down here, manage Arduino CLI. I already have Arduino CLI installed, so it's not going to make me install it again. It's just going to say select your device, scanning for devices, and we're going to find COM7, and we're going to go to the Mega, and then DCCEX, and now we're going to use my existing configuration because I've already got a configuration, so there's no reason to make up a new configuration. So you come here, and you probably can't see it unless I zoom in, but this file over here, automation.h, what I did is I put one loco into the roster already, and I had tested this and I had seen it and it had worked and everything was all great, but for whatever reason, when I just logged into it, it didn't work. So we're gonna load it again, just for funsies, because sometimes I just can't let things be, and I had to get in here and figure out why it wouldn't work. It says results will be shown here. Usually this is a good sign. Usually that means it's loaded, so it should be loaded now, right? So I should be able to go back here. Nope, that's not where I wanted to go. Should be able to go back here, and I did want to go back there. We're going to go back over here. I need to unplug the cable that's going to the layout. And if you notice, the green light went off, right? So now I'm going to come back over here and plug this in, and the green light will go back on. So now we've got power to the layout. So now I should be able to go back over here. DCCEX is an open source command station that uses two files, a config file and an automation file, to allow you to script certain aspects of various things. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, so first thing, I have to connect to the DCCEX command station. It is putting out its own Wi-Fi, and first thing I need to do is connect the phone to it. Then I'm going to open up throttle card, and let's zoom in a little bit again just so we can see. So now it's looking for the connection. For whatever reason, I seem to always have to, like when I reload it, I have to do the manual connection thing the first time. So I'm going to do that. So there we go. So now we're connected. You can see DCCEX server. I don't know how to change that name though. It would be kind of cool to change that name to something else. So theoretically, I can power on, which is good. Power off right now. If I go to roster, it still says no locomotives found. Who can tell me what I'm doing wrong? Train control, select your engine. I have absolutely no idea what I am doing wrong. This is exactly what I did the last time, and it worked perfectly. The problem is, I don't know if it's a problem, but I set it up on the phone that I'm using for that camera. So because I'm using that phone for the camera right now, I'm using my personal phone, my current phone, and for whatever reason, it's not loading the roster. So I guess that's something else to try and figure out. Stand by for next week when I figure out why things aren't working, and hopefully, I don't know, hopefully we'll figure things out. All right, so do people want to see underneath the layout to see what all the wiring looks like? We can talk about what I'm using underneath. Do I need to log off the other phone? I've closed the app on the other phone. I guess, you know what I could do, right? I mean, we're not using, I'm not using the camera on this phone right now. So I could come here and try and use this phone and see if I get a different result. I don't know. Am I going to get a different result? Like, is that how this kind of stuff works? If you just keep trying. So this is the phone we were trying. Now I'm trying this other phone. So it's not seeing it automatically, which I feel like is one of the first signs I have a problem. So we'll type the information in. I don't know why I'm like hiding it, because when it comes up, it's, oh look, it even says connected. Wow, I didn't know you could do that. Look at that. I didn't know that happened. All right, so it powered on. Oh, the power was on. Oh, interesting. There's one less. There's no button down here. There used to, on the other one, there was a button. Am I the only one that saw this? Why are they different? This one's got a command station button that this one doesn't have. It's kind of neat though. They're mimicking each other, or they're mirroring each other, which I guess is good. Oh look, see, this one has the roster. There's the locomotive, but this one doesn't have the roster. Who can explain that? Why did the roster load on this phone, but not this phone? So basically, the roster loads. I can select the locomotive. We can go to, well, we can go to edit, and I can add a photo of the locomotive, which is kind of interesting. Or we can just go and click drive, and we get all the locomotive controls. And because of the way I set it up, when we go to this page here, you probably can't see the writing, but everything is written in. So like where the bell is and the horn and whatever, it actually says what it is, and it's actually pulled the correct picture in based on what the text is, which I think's kind of neat. People are saying different versions of the app, reset the other one. The roster must be local to the device. But you saw, here's the roster entry. The way the roster entry got entered was from, is from here. Here's the roster entry right here. So why did it load to the one, but it's not loading to the other? I do think once it loads, it probably keeps the, oh, you're not streaming tonight? Well, I won't send people to your stream then if you're not going to be here. I don't know, like here's the roster entry. I thought it would load onto any device, but it doesn't seem to be loading onto any device. Yeah, so I do have different themes applied. That is a good, you are correct. We can, let's see, we can go to this one, and let's see if we apply the New York Central theme. So now they both have the same theme, but this one's still missing a button. So we think maybe they're different airdrop. They're trying to airdrop to each other. Let's see, versions. Where do we think the version of the app will be listed? Here we go. So this is an iPhone 15 Pro. This is an iPhone, it says 18. I don't think that's right. Oh, interesting. This has iOS 26.1, and this has iOS 26.0.1. The app version is the same, but it is two different, well, I mean, the good thing is there's a Discord channel. The Discord channel is actually really active, which is good. So I'll probably take a couple photos of this. Now, I don't know how I'm going to take photos of this, being as both of my phones are right here. Oh, I guess I could screenshot them. I don't know. This is getting complicated, but I don't know. The roster's here. The roster's not here. Why don't we move on and talk about something else? I don't know. I mean, is that kind of cool though? The whole like this is like just battery connected with the battery. Oh, I just went to, well, the phone's no longer over there. When you click the command station button, it takes you to all these different settings, which this one doesn't. Like, I don't know how to get to that on this one. I wonder if there's a setting. Is there a setting to turn on? Is there a setting to turn on the command station? Use default server. No, I don't see any setting to turn it on. That button does nothing. So I don't know. They're both digital. They're both connected to the same server. They're both using the same theme. I'm baffled. I'm really baffled. I kind of need this version though too, because I need to be able to turn on the programming track and join them, so that we can use the programming track for drive on, drive off. So if this doesn't have that, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. But they're both kind of, oh, interesting. When you turn the power off, you have to return that back on. That's kind of a problem-ish. Although, can I apply the track configuration? And then if I turn it off and turn it back on again and go here, now see, it's still off. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why it's not working. I don't know what's happening. I am going to unplug this so that we can move on to unboxing what is in the box. Or if people don't want to see what's in the box, I can flip this over and I can show everybody what is underneath all of this and what's making things work. Heath, can only one device be connected to all of their saved throttles? I don't know. I bet it's buried in the settings. Probably. Time for DC. No. This is one of those things that I think, eventually, stop. Eventually will get solved, and when I find out what the answer is, I'll feel like a complete idiot, and it's usually not very hard for me to feel like an idiot. So, that's I guess that's a thing. It is, like, I'm just trying to understand. I'm very confused. Rapido box. This is a locomotive that I bought directly from Rapido. I guess now I kind of gave away what it is a little bit. Ended up costing me more than I thought it was going to cost me. Thank you. But I got it. I'm excited that I got it. This is another one of the things that I am hoping to run using the Motorman on the layout. But, it's only money. It grows on trees, right? So theoretically, if I wait long enough, more money will grow on the tree, and I will eventually get it back. This was one of a couple of items that I had on pre-order. I canceled most of the pre-orders, but I left this one. Don, I thought the same thing. I only paid for a single locomotive. So if there is more than just a single locomotive in here, I will be a little bit surprised. But I mean, maybe they only have one size box. Like, I don't really understand. I don't really understand why the box is so big. Lucky for me, the box came with a bunch of packing peanuts. Always love peanuts. It's how it works. I need to find one of those trees. More room for peanuts. Yeah, like what do I need all these peanuts for? Oh, well, this is probably the reason. Look at the size of this box. This is N scale. Or did I order? No, look, it says right there, N scale. This is the Bud car that Rapido just came out with. I guess I feel like I should be going through this box. Like, what in the world Here. Just, I don't have it here, do I? I was gonna pull. I have another Rapido locomotive box, and I was gonna show you the difference of what they normally come in. I have some other Rapido locomotives. Why in the world is this box so big? What do they think that I have unlimited space on my shelves? I don't know. But I'm hoping this is going to be a nice runner. If I remember correctly, let's see. So this is a Bud Rail diesel car, Phase 1, New York Central, Stripes theme, 1960 plus. It's got ESU Loc sound built into it. I don't know. Does anyone know what Mo Power is? Is Mo Power like a Keep Alive? I don't know what. I don't know what. Is that what it is? Is it a power pack? That is, in my opinion, at this point, I don't know why all N scale stuff doesn't just come with Keep Alives. I mean, come on. It's not like it's a huge cost. Got some paperwork, some information, some prototype information. Got a whole thing of, what do you call those? Decals. Break in. Your Bud car needs to be broken in. Run it around a test track for an hour or so in each direction to get the gears to mesh nicely. You should not need to add any more oil. Just run it and you will be fine. Your RDC model comes with a parts bag, including end diaphragms. Get it running, DCC sound. Get it running, DCC. Your Bud car is 3. Custom sound settings. It doesn't seem to say. Usually they've got like some like weird like things and stuff, but I don't know. Here we go. 8 minutes, yeah. I think I'll manage. So I wonder, I didn't see the parts bag. Oh, there's the parts bag up top there. Yeah, so they're using the same style of whatchamacallit that HO Scale has started using now. And the funny thing is, the very first one of these in HO Scale that I ever opened, I could not for the life of me figure out how to open this. It didn't, I don't know why, I just didn't know that like there's this little thing that opens. Yeah. So that's it. I got the New York Central one. I'm guessing, Dennis, did you get the New Haven one? Mo Power is for Dirty Track. Is that what they're? It's like Mo Money. I mean, it did cost some money. Ray says to start over. Should we start over for Ray, or should we keep going? But yeah, this guy looks. Man, it's got some low details on the bottom of this thing. I know, that was a little fast, sorry. But these details are low. But it looks nice. We will have to get the... Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess would it have the diaphragms on it if it was running by itself? I have a set of Kato RDCs. Unfortunately, they've locked up on me. I don't know why they've locked up on me. But, you know, I got this one now. We can put this one on the lap. I love that it comes with a Keep Alive. I think that is the cat's meow, as they say. I wish more things did that. I do want, with this Timesaver puzzle, Ray, you might be really interested in this Timesaver thing I got here that I've been talking about for the last hour, because I now stream at 8 o'clock If you notice the thumbnail, it says 8 p.m. on it. So yeah, I'm streaming now at 8 p.m. Yeah, so this, for those that have just arrived, for those, and I'm referring to Ray, I'll give a slight little recap. We have 5 minutes. Maybe I'll even flip it over if we have, if we don't get too many questions. I'll flip it over. Of course, I need to, now that I've pulled this phone off to use it on the layout, I need to go back here. Okay, so it's reconnected to that. Phone back on here. And it's pushing on the button. Let's see. Come on. How do I do this? Who knows what I'm doing? I am trying to get another device working so that we can see what this is. Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Over there, I've got a Timesaver puzzle. This Timesaver puzzle used to be the remotely operated puzzle that I had set up. I'm reconfiguring it so that it can be a switching puzzle that I take to live events and stuff like that. It is going to run off of this battery. So everything is going to be self-contained except for the throttle and the cars, obviously, and stuff like that. Going to be using the Great Northern cars because they're colorful. They're easy to tell apart. We are going to be using car cards. All of the pictures will be on the car cards. I have to make up waybills. Don't have the waybills yet. Nobody has actually seen underneath this because when I built it previously, it was like fixed, right? So you actually couldn't see underneath. I am trying not to get any of the wet paint on me. I don't know how well that just worked. But here's the bottom of it. So here's the power. Power's coming in off of a Ryobi tool battery, getting converted into 12-volt DC. From here, we take a little bit of a journey over to this side of the layout. I've got a DCC-EX device that is doing things I don't quite understand at the moment. Goes into a PSX1 circuit breaker. That feeds this distribution block. I used to, where this distribution block is, I used to have a detection device. So it used to be that I would detect each and all the tracks. Because this was remote, the idea was that you could see where the cars were based on what was detected. And then I use smails everywhere. There's 6 smails, there's 6 turnouts. The smail is the DCC version of it. But I mean, it works really fantastic, except for the point that the 2 phones are doing something different, and I don't know why the 2 phones are doing something different. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. It just plugs in, lights start flashing, the green light. I don't know if you can see the green light just came on, but there's a little green light that came on, and it's real simple. Just runs off this battery. If this battery dies or runs out of power, I just swap in another battery, and I happen to have a bunch of those batteries because those are the tools I use. We're going to be using some Klondike car card and waybill boxes, which will be attached to the fascia of the layout. And the goal is to bring this to shows and events and whatever and whatnot, and have people run it. Yeah, Scott, I do already have the 12-volt the 18 volt to 12 volt setup. Are you catching up to the train to Poughkeepsie to see you? No, I didn't know I was supposed to go see you. Heath goes to bed early. Yes, Heath decided that when Heath streamed later in the day, Heath would never get to sleep at night. What? What? Did you really? Or are you saying you shelved your N-scale project because it's like a shelf layout? Is that what you're saying? I knew Heath would convert to AC. Not converting to AC. It's an 18 volt DC to 12 volt DC. John says, I'm sure that'll be entertaining at shows. I think it will be. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Not sure it will fit in a backpack, but I can definitely just toss it under my arm and off I go. But I think it's a fun project. I mean, this, I'm going to move this. Oh, I guess I can move it. No problem. This, this here, getting this set up. It's, here's the little Wi-Fi chip. It's, it's kind of simple, and I'm hoping I can get that little snafu figured out. But, yeah, that's kind of what it looks like underneath. I do have these push buttons set up. The goal is to not use these push buttons. The goal is going to be that everything is controlled off of the throttle once I get that all set up. But yeah, it was fun. If you will it fit in a guitar case, that's an interesting question. I'm not sure if it will. More on the N-scale project in this month, and yeah, there will be an HO switching clinic on the Sydney RPM. Are you going to Sydney? That would be pretty awesome if you go all the way to Sydney for that. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to bring this to a show sometime soon. Hopefully people will be interested in seeing it, and you'll come visit and run some trains, because it's all about running trains, right? From the city that never sleeps. Farewell, model citizens.
It's all about humanity.